Welcome everyone. In today's tutorial we'll be looking at Solaxy on both the layer 1 and layer 2 mainnet and how they interact together. So Solaxy is available for purchase on layer 1 blockchains such as Solana or Ethereum. In order to purchase Solaxy and their associated contracted addresses, for Solana, you can go to sol.solaxy.io and you will see that they have their contract address for Solaxy on the Solana network. Navigating to solaxy.io, you will see they have their contract address available for Solaxy on the Ethereum network. So going back to our overview, there are various wallets that you can use. So if you have purchased Solaxy on the Solana network, you can use a variety of Solana based wallets to hold the Solaxy in: Phantom, Solflare and many others. And similarly on the Ethereum network, you can use Trust, MetaMask, and plus there's many others also available. In these examples I will be using Phantom for my Solana based Solaxy, and I'll be using Trust wallet for my Ethereum based Solaxy. Now if we have some Solaxy on the Solana network and we want to transfer across to the Ethereum blockchain, the Solaxy on Ethereum, it'll be going through this process called the bridge, which if you follow the arrow there, that's the process it goes from. So you're going to be transferring from Solana through the bridge to Ethereum. If you're doing this, Solana Solex to Ethereum, you will need Solana for gas. Conversely, if you want to send some Solaxy on the Ethereum blockchain, from Ethereum Solex to Solana Solex, you're going to need Ethereum for gas, going that way. So when we have a look at how this process is done, we go to bridge.solaxy.io. From here you'll see the bridge function. So in our example here, if we want to transfer Solaxy that is on the Solana network to Ethereum, we would go here and it's going to be going from our Solana based Solaxy and it's going to be going across to our Ethereum based Solaxy. Now in order to do this, you are going to need to connect your wallet. You can see up here I've got both my Phantom wallet, which is my Solana based Solaxy, and I've got a little bit of Solaxy in there, and you can see my other wallet for this instructional video that has got a little bit of Solex and Ethereum in there. So they're my two wallets ready to go. So in order to transfer from Solana to Ethereum, through this process of here, going through the bridge to Ethereum, we will need to firstly connect our from Solana. We'll connect our wallet, which is going to be a Solana, which is our Phantom wallet. The Phantom wallet should ask for connection to the bridge.solaxy.io, and we shall connect. And as you can see, I've connected to my Phantom wallet. You can see my balance there, 44,000 Solaxy, which if I open up my Phantom wallet here, should correlate to the 44,000 I have there. So then I'd type in the amount that I want to transfer, and in the recipient address is going to be my Ethereum wallet, my Trust wallet. So here I would need to then go into my Trust wallet. I find my Ethereum. I find my Solex and receive. We're going to be receiving that. I would then copy this address and paste that recipient address in there, such as this, and then paste. And by doing that, you can now see that my balance on my Phantom wallet here and my recipient remote balance of 679 is exactly what it has there in the Trust Wallet. Now, if we want to do the reverse process, going from Ethereum Solaxy through to Solana-based Solaxy, we'll need to do the reverse of this. So we're going to be going from Ethereum to Solana. Now, because we are going from Ethereum to Solana, we are going to need to connect our Ethereum wallet. We have only got connected our Phantom wallet. So let's go here, connect our Ethereum wallet, and we're going to be connecting Trust. The Trust wallet will give us a notification to connect to bridge.solaxy.io. Sometimes this takes a little bit of time. Connecting to bridge.solaxy.io with my Trust wallet, and we go connect. You can now see that we're connected to the bridge.solaxy.io, and you can see up here we have both our wallets selected. So now when I select going from Ethereum, which is my Trust wallet, you can see my 679, which is correct. And when I paste in, which is a 679 Solax there, yep. Now we're going to be, the recipient is going to be our Phantom wallet. So our Phantom wallet, if I wanted to receive some Solaxy, I'll get the Solaxy here, receive, copy that, put the recipient address into there, and you can see the reverse process that we're transferring now. If we have a look at our diagram, from Ethereum Solax through the bridge to Solana based Solaxy, and you can see my balance that I'm sending from and my remote balance. So that covers mainly the part of layer 1 on our overview of the Solaxy. Note here that I'll put in these bits of red text that if you're transferring from Solana to Ethereum, so Solana Solax to Ethereum, you're going to need Solana for gas. And conversely, if you're going from Ethereum and you're sending it across to Solana, from Ethereum Solax to Solana Solax, you will require Ethereum for gas. Now, how do we get our Solaxy on layer 1 down here into the layer 2 mainnet, Solaxy on layer 2? We still use the same process called the bridge. And in this first example I'll show you, we will be going from sending our Solana based Solaxy through the bridge to Solaxy on layer 2. Now at the moment there's only 2 wallets that support Solaxy on layer 2, and that being the Solaxy wallet, which is available as a Chrome extension, or a backpack wallet. The backpack wallet would need to be configured with an RPC connection. We won't be covering that in this tutorial, but just to know, for most people it would just be easier to download the Chrome extension for Solaxy wallet. As a note here, if you're sending from Solaxy on the Solana network, so you're going from Solana Solax to layer 2 Solax, you're going this direction, you're going to need Solana for gas. And also for Ethereum, if you want to send your Ethereum based Solaxy into your Solaxy wallet, going from Ethereum Solax to layer 2 Solax, you're going to need Ethereum for gas. So if we have a look here, what we'd be doing here would be going and selecting our Solana wallet, our layer 1, and where are we going to send? We're going to be going to the Solaxy, so we're going to be going into the Solaxy network. So you can see my Solana balance there. Now I don't currently have my Solaxy wallet extension installed on this PC, but basically you do the same by finding out what your Solaxy recipient address is, which is similar to Phantom. You go in here, you find your Solaxy that's on layer 2, and you're going to be receiving it, so you then copy your receive address and pasting it into there. So going back here, then, so that would be sending Solaxy on the Solana network to our Solaxy wallet here. Similarly, if we want to send Ethereum based Solaxy to our Solaxy wallet at the bridge, we would just be selecting our Ethereum Trust wallet, which you can see my balance of there, and we leave that as Solaxy because that's where we're going to be. We want to get our coins onto the layer 2 Solaxy, and my recipient address, as the previous, would be our Solaxy wallet address that we paste there. Once you have got your coins, tokens, Solaxy tokens, inside of this bubble that I've sort of created, this layer 2 ecosystem, there are a variety of things that you can do. If you want to send your Solaxy on layer 2 back via the bridge to Solana Solaxy, going from layer 2 Solaxy to Solana, you're going to need some layer 2 Solex for gas, and conversely, by sending it back out to Ethereum, so you're going to be sending your layer 2 Solaxy to Ethereum Solex, you're going to need some layer 2 Solex for gas. Any transactions that happen within here basically are using Solex, layer 2 Solex for gas. The other functions that are in here, they have a Neptune, which is at the moment, it's a DEX that you can actually swap tokens for and add liquidity, and that is available at neptune.solaxy.io, and that is currently where tokens that have graduated from their Igniter platform are available to be swapped. So you'll be able to buy and create liquidity pools and do a whole sort of things in the Neptune. I haven't connected my wallet, my Solaxy wallet here, because I don't have my Solaxy extension. And lastly, you can use then your Solex here for the Igniter platform, which is where you can create your tokens, purchase and sell tokens, and that is found at igniter.solaxy.io. As soon as this loads, yeah, I don't have my wallet connected at the moment, but if I had my Solaxy wallet up here connected, I'd connect my wallet, and within here you'll be able to go down and see tokens that users have created, and from when all these tokens that they've created, you can go then and transfer some of your Solex for tokens. You can go in and see what their chart looks like. You can see the various transactions within there, and then once these tokens graduate, they graduate after X amount of Solaxy has been purchased on these tokens, they graduate to our Neptune DEX platform. So there is a host of other functionality that can happen in this Solaxy 2 mainnet, including applications, and programmers can do a whole pile of things that I'm not going to be going into that kind of stuff in this tutorial. This is mainly just to show you how you can get your Solaxy from Solana or Ethereum. You can use the bridge to convert between the two, or you can use the bridge to get them into your Solaxy wallet, and then from there you are in the ecosystem and you can do lots of things within there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.